What's up, Nerf Herders? Hope you're all doing well out there today and having a great day. So we got a surprise trailer dropped on us today, The Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It. This is another one that's going to be hitting HBO Max, of course, fairly soon. So I guess it's about that time to get a trailer for it. We're both huge fans of the first Conjuring. I think we both had our gripes with the second one for sure, but we are excited to see what this trailer is going to bring. Before we jump into this bad boy, though, please hit that subscribe button, click the bell for notifications, give the video a thumbs up, comment down below, do all that good fun stuff. The one thing I wanted to say before we jump into this here is, for me, I love the relationship with Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson in these here. I feel like there's this beautiful love story that's just entangled within this supernatural stuff. And James Wan is stepping down from directing. He's only producing in this one here, so he's not directing. So I hope that the chemistry of them two at least carries through, because even if the movie doesn't deliver, I love them two in these roles. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, dude. I mean, I think that's part of what makes, I don't know, it makes these movies fun is just like the relationship between the Warrens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I really liked their dynamic in the first Conjuring. The second Conjuring movie, I mean, we talked about it a little bit earlier. I had my issues with it. I only saw it one time. So, I mean, honestly, there's a lot that I don't remember about the film because I really only gave it that one viewing and I never really wanted to watch it again. But the first Conjuring film, I mean, I've seen it probably 10 times, and I love their dynamics in that film. I think it's just as important as the story about the family that's being affected.
Yeah, I agree, dude. And I did revisit the second Conjuring like a little less than a year ago, and it grew on me more than the first time for sure. But I have my issues with it for sure, like we've kind of talked about. So we'll jump into this bad boy, though. We're going to see what this is. We'll react to this trailer, and then we'll have a little discussion afterwards and share our thoughts with it. So without further ado, The Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It.
Hey! You okay there? Jesus.
Oh, shit.
I think I hurt someone.
This is Ed Warren, here with Lorraine. All right, let's get started.
God, dude, I love them.
Residents of Brookfield were shocked this afternoon by the broad daylight murder of Bruno Sauls.
The court accepts the existence of God every time a witness swears to tell the truth.
Oh, interesting. So it's going to be a court trial.
I think it's about time they accept the existence of the devil.
Okay.
Whatever is going on, whatever happened that day.
Dude, that was cool.
Marnie.
It's a witch's totem. We think your family was cursed. And that connection's still broken.
Fuck, dude.
I'm only interested in reality.
But I can see things that your people can't. Something terrible happened here.
A master Satanist is not an adversary to be taken lightly.
She's doing it again. She's reaching out to the darkness.
Lorraine, you need to come back.
Is saving him worth everything you have? Because that's what it may very well cost.
Lorraine?
Oh.
I don't know, man. I don't know, dude.
Dude.
So I'll just start, man. I'm not
Yeah.
feeling that trailer, bro.
No, that kind of sucks, dude.
Yeah,
The only spot that was somewhat intriguing to me, and they kind of ruined it because they gave you the scare in there, but that first shot on the waterbed when the kid was laying down and you saw just the face kind of creep up, that was clever. I liked that, but oh, dude, that was a little hard to stomach.
Yeah. All right. Well, that kind of bums me out. I'll talk about what I liked. I liked the first part of this trailer, probably up until the jump scare with the waterbed. I think I enjoyed up to there because I liked the idea like of the courtroom, trying to like talk about, okay, in a legitimate court of law, like can this demonic possession be used as a reasoning, for a crime being committed? That's really interesting to me, and I really liked the line where they're talking about how anyone who testifies in a court basically admits that there is a God because you testify on a Bible saying that you're going to tell the truth.
Right.
So it's about time that we start talking about, well, the devil is real too. I was like, that's really cool. That's like a really
good
interesting line. But after that, dude, I don't know, man. This is some action horror shit that I'm not really feeling.
Yeah, it was a bit much, man. It almost felt, and so the guy that directed this also directed the Curse of the Curse of La Llorona, or however it's pronounced. I didn't see that, but I remember that trailer, and that just looked like CGI jump scare fest, dude. And that, God, dude, it looks like that's transitioning over to this, where it's almost like that mentality of like, well, we're doing more of these, and they have to be bigger and better. And it's like, these aren't action movies. Like, you can keep subtle. One of the best examples of subtlety, dude, is going from Cloverfield to 10 Cloverfield Lane. Like, you want to talk about taking something big and massive and then just shrinking down to a small scale, and just one of the best sequels ever made, dude.
Yeah.
Man, this just seems like there's just so much packed into that, dude. And that last shot, I was hoping that there was going to be something intriguing just to leave it hanging. It's just like, of course, dude, like a hand grabs and just starts pulling off the cliff. I'm like, this is too much. Too much.
And I mean, I'll go back to your point of the CGI, bro. There's this one seems like it's just hardcore CGI fest. Like, I mean, the original Conjuring hit hard for me because it was so practical
and very atmospheric, dude.
Yeah. The atmospheric, there were jump scares, but it wasn't relying on the jump scares. It made you tense and feel terrified before you had the jump scare. But even when you had the scares and you had the sequences where you saw the witch, it was all practical makeup and effects, and it was a real person who was portraying the witch. It wasn't CGI.
Right.
And that was one of my biggest problems with The Conjuring 2, was there's just too much CGI going on, making it just too over the top. And then this one, there was that scene where you see that little creature, probably woman, whatever, crawling in the dark with the red eyes, and I'm like, that's fucking CGI, dude. Like, why can't you just hire some fucking girl to do that, like crawl in the scene? Like, why do we need to do the CGI game here?
And why does it have to look like it's fast and sped up? I mean, you could build a really tense sequence out of that same shot. It's just it's just too much. It's too much.
I don't get it, man. I really don't understand it. And this trailer showed way too much.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a lot of shit going on, a lot of different scenes. I would have been cool with just like keeping it mostly just about that courtroom shit and then having a couple of scenes scattered throughout it. But I mean, they went far. I mean, they showed a lot of sequences of there looks like there was an exorcism going on. And then, I mean, you have just like her going out into the forest and doing her, thing where she taps into the forces to figure out what happened there. I mean, there's just a lot of shit going on here, dude.
Yeah. And that scene, I was feeling kind of good with that at first. And then it killed it for me. Like,
yeah.
I hope that scene creates some tension and stuff, man. But what really kind of killed it for me is that it went from this cool concept, it felt like in the trailer, and then it went very Insidious, where it was just like almost like perfect to a T what Insidious tried to do. And that's kind of a vibe I got throughout this whole thing too, is very Insidious like, which Insidious is what it is and stuff, but Insidious is almost set up for that action-y horror, dude. Like, that's really what the movie was. The first Conjuring was a lot more atmospheric. And honestly, dude, the first Conjuring movie, the only gripe I have with that movie at all, dude, like, if you take this one scene out, dude, that movie's like 100% masterpiece to me. It's at the end, dude, when all the birds just start erupting and flying through the house. I'm like, God, if you'd have taken just that part out, dude, the film is perfect to me, because you didn't need this explosive, action-y type of a moment with these birds. That's the only part that bothers me in that movie. And it seems like that type of a scene just littered all over this, dude. Like, that's what it looks like. And it's just, God, dude, too much.
I mean, even the end, dude, even the end when she gets grabbed by, I mean, that was clearly a CGI'd hand that grabs her. That's just clear as day. It doesn't also make me feel good that it's like happening in daylight. Like, I get it, you know, whatever. Not all possessions are going to happen at night, but it just looks kind of corny to have this like demonic hand coming off of a cliff in broad daylight.
Yeah.
This doesn't seem scary to me. It just seems like it's okay, whatever. And then just the whole sequence of her falling and then her husband jumping to save her is just like, this looks like a fucking action movie. This
It's like The Good Son, dude. Do you remember The Good Son? Dude, yeah, man, I didn't like that at all, dude, because it's just like, okay, we're building tension and it has to be this quick action shot. Like, I would have been a little bit more intrigued, dude, if she's standing there and you get a shot like maybe from like behind her on her feet and you see Ed across the way and a hand just slowly comes up and just like tickles her ankle, and maybe that's enough to make her like lose her balance or, you know, something like that. Not physically grabbed and pulled, dude. Like something a little bit more, you know, ambiguous, I guess.
For sure. Yep, I think we're on the same page, dude. That's
a bummer,
leave a
dude.
good taste in my mouth. It's kind of a bummer. I had high hopes for this. I love I don't know. I love the idea that I thought it was going to be, and then it just kind of wrecked it for me. So, I mean, I'm hoping it's just the trailer was put together in a shitty way, and maybe we'll get something good. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we're obviously going to watch it. We'll be back to talk about it and review it once the movie's here. So, yeah, hopefully it delivers. But, man, if that trailer is any indication, it looks like it's going to be a bit of a hot mess. So, yeah, that was a hard one to swallow. We'll see what happens with this one here, guys. We'll be back to talk about it. So leave comments, let us know what you thought about the trailer, and also your thoughts on the first two Conjuring movies as well. And click again, subscribe, bell notifications, thumbs up if you enjoyed the video for today. We will see you all in the next video, which is coming tomorrow. Falcon and Winter Soldier, it's coming.